Now we are going to measure the turbidity of the prepared sample. Now this is artificially prepared sample because these days we don't get water with such a high turbidity. Normally only during monsoon the turbidity could be in the range of say something 100 plus NTU. So this is specially prepared sample for which we are measuring the turbidity. So we will take the maximum value that is reached. So 66.5, because once it is put in the slit, the settling of particles starts. So 66.5 is the turbidity of the sample that we have prepared, and now we will do the further part of determining the optimum dose of alum on this sample. So now we are starting with the experiment of determination of optimum dose of alum. So for that we have to take 4 jars, measuring jars of 1 liter capacity, and we have to take 500 ml of sample in each of the jar. Now to these 4 jars we are going to add alum, percentage of alum, which depends on the initial turbidity. So as per the table given, our turbidity is in the range of 50 to 75. So the graded dose of alum that we have to give is 10, 20, 30 and 40 mg per liter. Now to give these dosages, we have prepared 1% alum solution. Now for a dose of 10 mg per liter, we are going to add 0.5 ml of this alum solution. So 0.5 ml alum will be added in the beaker A, one ml in beaker B, (1.5 ml in beaker C, and 2 ml in beaker D. These are the graded and recommended dosage of alum. Now when we add alum, there is drop in pH. Now to counterattack that drop in pH, we have to have 1/3 of lime. So the quantity of lime to be added is 1/3 of alum. So we are going to give graded dosage of alum in those 4 beakers. Now we are going to add graded dosage of lime, which is recommended dose is 1/3 of the alum dose. So in the first alum dose was 0.5 mg per liter, so 1/3 of that, say 0.17. So 0.17 ml we are going to add in the first beaker. Then 0.34 ml in the second beaker. 0.5 ml in the third beaker. And 0.67 ml in the fourth beaker. After adding lime, now we are going to put these 4 beakers in the instrument called jar test apparatus. So this is our jar test apparatus. So we will keep it below jar test apparatus. First we will have flash mixing. So we will keep it at higher speed for a minute, and once flash mixing is done for a minute, then we will adjust the speed to about 20 to 40 rpm, and we will keep for 20 to 40 rpm for 20 minutes. So we are starting with the flash mixing now. So keep it at the maximum speed. Yes, 1 minute is over. Now we will adjust the speed. We will adjust the speed and we will keep it to about 20 to 40 revolutions per minute, and we will keep it for 20 minutes. Now we have kept it in the jar, under the jar test apparatus, and we have adjusted the speed to about 32 rpm. So our recommended speed is 20 to 40 rpm. So we have adjusted this currently to about 32 rpm. We will keep this for stirring for 20 minutes because that is the typical time, flocculation time in the flocculator at the water treatment plant. So we will keep it for stirring for 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes we will allow it to settle, and we will then measure the turbidity of the supernatant. So now our 20 minutes are over, and we will stop the stirring, and now we will keep it for settling, allow it to settle for 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes we will take the supernatant from all those beakers A, B, C and D, and we will allow it to settle for we will take the supernatant and we will measure the turbidity of the supernatant. So you can see that from first beaker to last beaker we have added increased dosage of alum, and so the turbidity, you can see that with the increased dosage the turbidity is reducing. Of course we are going to verify it in the turbidity meter, but you can see against light this is maximum dosage, minimum turbidity. Here slightly higher turbidity, higher than the second one, and this is the highest, and here the dosage was minimum. So we will measure the residual turbidity and make the further inferences. So we are extracting the supernatant of the sample 1. Sample 1, we will take the maximum value, 7.4, 7.5. We are extracting sample 2 now. The supernatant for sample 2. So the dosage is high than first, so we expect the turbidity should be low. So first was 7.5, this is 5.6. Now we will go to the third sample. Now we are extracting the third sample and we will measure its turbidity. .1. So again the increase in the dosage and residual turbidity has reduced. So we have to take sample without disturbance, actually by touching the side wall of the beaker. And this is sample 4. Remember, now we will find the optimum dose of alum by plotting the graph between residual turbidity and applied dosage, and from there, from the graph we will find the optimum dose of alum. So it has got stabilized 0.4.